Hi, my name is Josh Ziegler, and for this presentation, I chose to discuss snowmaking operations and how they relate to ski area management. I chose to discuss this topic mainly because it's really easy for me to talk snowmaking for 5 to 7 minutes. I have been involved with snowmaking operations for over 15 years, but also in terms of mountain operations, snowmaking is very much behind the scenes, and I feel a lot of people don't really know a great deal about the process. And so today I would like to talk about why snowmaking is important to ski areas, a little bit about the history of snowmaking. I would like to give you a picture of what modern snowmaking looks like and discuss some limitations and challenges for making snow. So, why is snowmaking important? We all wish for endless powder, but it doesn't always happen. In order to have a product for their guests, many resorts rely on a machine made surface. Skiing is an experience, and people come to a ski area to have that experience. The snowmaker's job is to create a surface that is literally the interface between a person and that experience. People have really come to expect the highly manicured surface that comes from snowmaking and grooming. Snowmaking, to some extent, insulates the ski business from the whims of nature. With snowmaking capabilities, setting an opening day can be done with some certainty. Terrain can be open for that all-important holiday season when it might not be open on natural snow, and the ski season can be extended into the spring. The creation of world-class competition venues would not be possible without machine-made snow. Examples of this include World Cup courses where the surface is highly manipulated. Water is even injected into the snow to create a surface that is very firm and very fast. The immense pressure generated by a ski racer's edges would cut right through a natural or soft snow surface. Another example of where machine-made snow is necessary is the building of competition jumps and halfpipes. A halfpipe, such as the one in the picture, can easily use over 1 million gallons of water converted to snow in order to build it. Very briefly, let's look at a few key dates in snowmaking history. During the 1930s, ski jumpers shaved blocks of ice in order to create jumps. While this isn't snowmaking like we think of it today, it was the creation of an artificial surface on which to ski. During the 1940s, nozzles were developed which created freezing rain, fog, and sleet in order to study de-icing equipment for airplanes. The output from these nozzles was described as snow. In 1949, this same technology was used at Mohawk Mountain in Connecticut to make the first documented man-made snow at a ski area. In 1950, the first patent of snowmaking equipment was filed. Snowmaking systems became larger and more commonplace. In 1968, the first fan guns and tower guns were developed. Since those first developments, snowmaking systems have become an integral part of many ski areas and have expanded to include extensive coverage across the mountain. Snowmaking has changed from a kind of insurance policy to a way of enhancing natural snow to create a durable surface that can hold up to skier traffic and nightly grooming. Modern snowmaking systems have become highly sophisticated manufacturing facilities for a man-made skiable product. Almost all modern snow guns utilize both high-pressure water and compressed air. In the picture of the snowmaking facility on the right, you can see the blue water pumps along the right-hand wall and the green air compressors along the left-hand wall. This equipment sends compressed air and high-pressure water through a network of pipelines around the mountain where snow guns are connected to the pipeline at hydrants. A lot of new systems are either automatic or semi-automatic, where the guns will either turn themselves on at a pre-programmed ambient air temperature or can be turned on from a computer screen. The goal of this automation is to maximize production and take full advantage of any weather conditions that are conducive for making snow, which is typically below 28 degrees, depending on relative humidity. There are three main types of snow guns in use today. The first are the more traditional air-water guns that are similar to the snow guns developed in the 1950s. These guns are inexpensive, mobile, and have a wide range of operating temperatures, including the marginal temperatures in the 24 to 30 degree range where other snow guns may not be able to operate. The drawback of these guns is that they use a lot of compressed air, which really is the energy-intensive side of making snow. However, the efficiency of these guns has increased dramatically in recent years with new nozzle designs. The next type of snow gun is the tower gun. These guns have very small nozzles which are high above the ground. They utilize very little compressed air because the small water droplets have lots of time to freeze before they hit the ground. Depending on the gun and the weather conditions, it is possible to run about 10 tower guns on the same amount of compressed air as a traditional air-water gun with similar water flow. The drawback of these guns is that they are in a fixed location, so oftentimes the snow that they produce needs to be relocated using a snowcat, which requires additional time and equipment to get a trail open. Fan guns are another type of snow gun. They are also called airless guns, although this is a misnomer. They do utilize compressed air, but most have an onboard air compressor that supplies this. The big advantage is that they do not require a large air compressor facility or a separate pipeline for compressed air. They do, however, require a power line, and they can come with a big price tag. The fan guns in the photo are easily $60,000 each, but in the right conditions, they can produce massive amounts of snow. Snowmaking is a very expensive venture. There is a lot of infrastructure involved: water storage reservoirs, pumping facilities, air compressor facilities, pipelines, and snow guns. On top of that, it can be very labor intensive, and it's a potentially dangerous job. Every year throughout the industry, snowmakers become injured. I know of at least one snowmaker who has died. Last season, a young snowmaker in Vermont came very close. So it's not an easy decision for managers or owners of smaller ski areas, for example, places in California that have been so affected by drought over the past 3 or 4 seasons, to make the decision to invest in or expand their snowmaking systems. Snowmaking is not possible without water. The Forest Service has recognized this. In 2014, U.S. Forest Service Chief Tom Tidwell stated, "Chairlifts can be replaced and lodges can be rebuilt, but once the water necessary for ski area operations is no longer available, the public loses opportunities for winter recreation. The economic effects of the loss of water may be far-reaching. This issue has implications far beyond the boundaries of ski areas." For some time, the U.S. Forest Service has attempted to tie water rights to ski area special use permits. While the goal of this has been to ensure that ski areas have enough water for snowmaking in the future, regardless of ownership changes, their approach has not been acceptable to the industry. In 2011, the NSAA filed a successful lawsuit that stopped the U.S. Forest Service from seizing water rights from ski area operators. Bills aimed at protecting ski areas' ability to purchase and hold water rights have not passed Congress. With these hindrances for ski areas to obtain water rights, along with increasing scarcity in places like California, ski areas may struggle to have enough water to provide a quality product for their guests. So my question for the class is kind of an ethical one, and it's something that I think about a lot, and that is, With the investment of capital and energy expenditures for snowmaking operations, should ski resorts be limited to mountain areas with dependable snowpack, or do we accept snowmaking as a necessary part of the snow sports industry?